Hello, true duelists. My name is Craig Fee, and as always, welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update. As time goes by, the market continues to change and settle in the wake of the 2022 tin of the Pharaoh's Gods. And more definitively, players and consumers alike are realizing what the pull rates of the tins really are. The cost of buying cases of the tins has steadily dropped from sellers, while the cost of individual cards saw increases as it became apparent what the actual chances of you pulling the good cards were. And as is always the case with, well, cases, the good people of the internet are here to comment on how everyone else is wrong and how they alone, with their intelligence gained from binging anime and having 500 hours of playtime in League of Legends in the last month, have deduced what the odds of pulls actually are relative to the idiots of everyone else. Which is just my very long-winded and overdramatic way of segueing to this picture of pulls from 168 cases of tins, more specifically 2,016 tins. Notice how many more Albions and Ascended Sages there are compared to, say, Alubers and Prosperities. There is most definitely a disparity of prints in regards to some of the cards here. Not really up to debate with that picture there, is it? This to me is most definitive in showing you what the print patterns are truly like, and what a shame it is. These products could have been great, but instead we've been short printed yet again, to the benefit of no one besides the Sigma male crypto types whose response to the low print rates was, go ahead and print less, I'll just grind harder to buy more. Brilliant. If you want to see one of the absolute worst case opens out there in terms of pulls, check out this video that I posted, because when the pulls are that bad, you may as well get a video out of it, right? In less horrible reprint news, the Crystal Beast Structure deck did have its full deck list confirmed, and it does have some great reprints that you don't have to buy 3 cases worth to pull. Alongside the previously known Ash Blossom reprint, the deck will also come with reprints of Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, Dimension Shifter, Contact C, Cosmic Cyclone, and most hype of all, Foolish Burial Goods' 6th reprint. Let's go! Don't have enough of that card. Oh, and the new Crystal Beast cards as well. I guess I'm pretty hyped for those too. In OCG news, the next VJump promo was revealed. Armored Insect Combination Zek Stagger. Its effects are unknown as of yet, but it is a level 8 wind insect with 1500 attack and 2600 defense, and looks like a Power Rangers Zord bot made from bugs. My inner B-Trooper player is hyped up to be disappointed. I did, after all, read the support that deck got in Burst of Destiny. God, what a disappointment. We'll report on this card's effects when it is revealed and be forced to come up with a new joke other than disappointing B-Trooper support. Might have wasted that one a little bit too early. There's only one real insect deck. Insectors don't count. I still have 2012 PTSD from that deck. Do not at me. If you were hoping for a new card this week, the OCG has you covered in that regard as well. Couple of Aces, a new level 2 monster. Can you say Sprite? No. No, you can't. Level 2 does not equate to Sprite. I don't know. People are just fixated. No, Couple of Aces is a new gamble card. Do not tell Twitch streamers. While in your hand, you can toss a coin and one of 2 things will happen. If the coin lands on heads, this card will be summoned to your field, and if it lands on tails, it will be summoned to the opponent's field. And wherever it summons, the controller of the card will draw 2. So yeah, this is either a +2 for you 50% of the time, or a -4. Truly enlightened duelists know, however, that this is not about card advantage and drawing cards, but instead a means to summon a monster to the opponent's field in attack position so as to help swing for game. Just gotta think. It's Cup of Aces, but somehow worse. Moving on. In Master Duel news, they dropped a random ban list in the middle of the week with no build-up or hints to any of it of any kind. Still, with the game banning Hulk, I won't complain, as it is yet another step in the right direction. In ban list news, the community continues to seethe over the lack of communication from Konami. The absence of a ban list, coupled with the lack of information on when one might drop, has been driving players rampant. This has been made all the more comedic by the number of other ban lists dropped in the interim. Not only have we received 2 OCG ban lists, 2 Master Duel ban lists, and 2 Duel Links ban lists, but since the last ban list on May 17th, we've also received in the world a Magic the Gathering ban list, the announcement of a new Disney TCG, Pokemon 5Ds, Grand Theft Auto 6's actual genuine leaks, not just a shit post from YouTube this time, and a Twitch ban list for gambling. Shoutouts to Farfa for that compilation scene here. This is also the longest time between ban lists ever in the TCG's history from what I can gather, with this format having gone on for 129 days as of today, Friday the 23rd. There isn't really much else to say here. The community has its voice, and with its voice, it has screamed, "Ban Mystic Mine!" Which, side note, I did receive a mild amount of flack in regards to my lack of mentioning Mystic Mine's presence in the Exorcister build that won YCS Niagara. I apologize for this. I thought that going with yet another Mystic Mine joke for the 3rd or 4th week in a row would be seen as unoriginal and just being the same thing done over and over again, so I kept light on the mine jokes. This was a misstep in my part because, as it turns out, you can never complain about Mystic Mine enough, as my comments showed me. So with apologies, I will make sure to include Mystic Mine's atrocities at every chance I can moving forward. Something integrity. In community news. Big this week in the community was the discussion of luck versus effort in regards to online content creation. How much of success is based on the hard work and effort a person or people will put into their videos or streams or online socials, and how much is based on the strike of lightning from the algorithm's blessing, or being boosted by a more prominent creator in that community already. Would you be interested in seeing literally every person on Earth state it's a mixture of both on Twitter? Then look no farther than the Twitter thread on Distant Coder's Twitter account, wherein that's all that's being said endlessly in countless smaller discussion threads. My take on it? Take a seat, folks, because I'm about to hit you with the boldest and hottest take you've ever heard. The same thing everyone else has said. It's both. It's a mixture of both luck and effort and skill. It's a skill issue. How is this still being discussed? But maybe I'm wrong. I suppose if you're an avid watcher of this channel, we can find out together just how correct or incorrect I am in the future when I either find measurable success as a content creator or fizzle out and die, just like I did in 2016. Anything's possible. In some actual good news for the community, YouTuber and streamer MBT oh, probably shouldn't use that take, hit the 100,000 subscriber count this week. A huge congratulations to him on getting the fabled play button and the sub count that he deserves. MBT has become a great member of the community and has more than earned his spot on the 6-digit sub count of YouTubers. And that's really all there is to say about it. Congrats MBT. And on to some other shit post-tier reporting. Starting first with what may just be the hottest scoop of the century in regards to YouTubing. YouTuber, streamer, and self-proclaimed penned god, Triff himself, revealed in a tweet this week that he initially went to school to become a math teacher, before seizing the opportunity to become a content creator. Yes, Canadian school children were either spared the ramblings of the penned god or denied the opportunity to learn math like no child ever has before. Whichever it is you think is the case, one thing remains true: MBT strikes again with yet another Twitter ratio. Good Christ, can no one stand a chance against that shit? No, they cannot. Also this week, real drama with YouTuber and streamer Farfa releasing a twit longer regarding his stance on fellow content creator Distant Coder. This authentic piece of news is definitely a big deal, and also real and also important, and I implore you to check out his twit longer for yourself, as it is quite a big one. And lastly, because it's all about me, baby, the update to the update. Yeah, I decided to try and improve this series somewhat. Let me know what you think. Music still needs work, but with that whole licensing thing, I don't know if that was for shorts that YouTube announced, the licensing music in your... I'll figure it out one day. Regardless, hopefully the transitions and the lower thirds have been enjoyable. I was going to wait for the 1-year anniversary of the updates to do this upgrade, but then realized that improving the video sooner than later would be the more logical choice. But as for some context, here is authentic footage from the genuine first update I put out. Hello and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Update. I'm your host, Craig Fee. This week marks the beginning of a few big weeks. Wow, I actually put that out for the world to see, good God. As always, critique away. I want to get better and grow, and any helpful feedback is, well, just that. It's helpful. And look, it's blue now. It's blue. Do I blend in too much? Well, we'll find out in the edit. Regardless, with that, we're wrapping it up for this week's update. As always, I'm your host, Craig Fee, and make sure you subscribe to YGO Strats for next week's update, and so you too can be a true duelist.